observations on the health benefits of pet ownership. I think most of us will agree that owning a pet, whether it's a dog, cat, fish, or horse, etc., can be a fun and rewarding experience. But did you also know that owning a pet can make you healthier and happier and also help you live longer? By the end of my speech, you will realize the health benefits of owning a pet. Humans and animals have shared living together and bonding for thousands of years. One of the most recent cases was the discovery of a 12,000-year-old human skeleton in Israel, which is buried with a wolf pup. The pet population in the United States from 1967 was 40 million dogs and cats to well over 160 million in 2006. 2 out of every 3 homes in the U.S. now has a pet residing there. And this was according to the News and Health online magazine from February of 2009. Though scientific studies of the human-animal bond are still in the infancy stage, studies have shown that forming a relationship with an animal can have important health and physiological benefits. According to the website News and Health, the general belief is that there are health benefits of owning pets, both in terms of physiological growth and development as well as physical health benefits. This was according to Dr. James Griffin, who is a scientist at the Unique Andy Schreiber National Institute of Child Health and Human Development. People who own pets are more likely to be active with their pets, such as running or walking with a dog, riding a horse, or playing with a cat. There are also added psychological benefits as well. There is a reduction in mental stress when there is interaction with a pet. Pets usually offer unconditional love and attention. This in turn lowers a person's blood pressure, raises endorphin levels in the brain, and slows the heart rate, as well as provides just an overall calming effect. Children are especially benefited if they have a pet while growing up. A pet will provide comfort to a child who is upset, as children will often talk to pets as an outlet for something that has upset them. Having a pet as a child also allows a child to develop empathy and responsibility when caring for a pet. Also, children with developmental disabilities will interact better with animals, which in turn will help them interact and communicate better with people. There is also increasing evidence that animal-assisted therapy provided to patients who are terminally ill and in severe pain find the benefit of having animals with them to help reduce their anxiety and to take their mind off their pain and disease, even for just a short time. A study that was done at the University of Missouri in Columbia showed that when a human pets a dog, within minutes there is a massive release of beneficial hormones such as beta endorphins, prolactin, dopamine, and oxytocin. These hormones not only make people happy, but they also decrease the stress hormone cortisol. This is a significant finding with regards to treatment of clinically depressed patients. And this was according to the online website, Angel on a Leash. The results of the study also suggested that patients could be treated with animal-assisted therapy in addition to medications or potentially no medications at all, which would reduce the medical costs for the patient and is also a safe and natural alternative. It is also noted by researchers that one of the most exciting aspects of these studies is the positive human-animal interaction may delay production of harmful body chemicals associated with disease such as cancer. There's also the mention of improvement in the immune system, which may help prohibit the onset of disease. I'm going to show you a video now. His name is Dr. Krieg, and he's from the Mayo Clinic, and he talks about the health benefits of animals. And it's about 2 minutes long.
About 3 o'clock in the morning, in December of several years ago, my career underwent a dramatic change. I'm a cancer doctor, and I was the attending physician on our cancer ward when we admitted a gentleman with far advanced lung cancer, advanced heart failure, and pneumonia. We did not think he would make it through the night. But because of the teamwork of Mayo Medicine, he did improve, and he shared with the team and myself that the catalyst to get home was to be with Max. Now, naively, we thought that Max was a partner or a son or a daughter, but in fact, Max was a 95-pound German Shepherd. That was the purpose for which this patient wanted to live. And it made me realize the tremendous healing power of pets. When I see cancer patients, I always write in the Mayo Clinic history the name of the pet, because none of us can speak about their pets without smiling. And we would talk about Tofu or Jake or Bogey, and the patient's attitude would completely change, and the atmosphere became one of healing and peace and serenity. And we now know, when you look into the eyes of that cat, when you stroke that dog, when you hold that animal, there is a surge of hormones deep within the center of the brain. And these hormones provoke a tremendous feeling of peace, of serenity, of tranquility. They decrease our blood pressure. They decrease our pulse. They lessen our depression. If you have a heart attack and you have a dog, you have a greater chance of living 1 year after the heart attack. We know from studies that if elderly patients have their meals in front of a portable aquarium, their weight increases and the volume of food that they eat increases compared to eating by themselves. So when patients tell us that they went to a shelter to rescue that dog or a cat, in effect, that dog or a cat really rescues us. The healing power of pets. Mayo Clinic. Thank you.
Okay, owning a pet may also save your life. There have been documented cases of dogs being able to detect lung cancer cells and breast cancer cells in humans. There are also specially trained therapy dogs that can detect the drop in blood sugar of a diabetic or the onset of a seizure in someone who suffers from this condition. There was a story that I recall seeing on the television of a pot-bellied pig that awoke its owners in the middle of the night to alert them that the house was on fire. I also remember reading about a cat that would wander the halls of a hospice home, and the cat knew when someone was getting ready to pass away and would lay with that person until that time came. There's also a dentist in Colorado who uses his golden retriever dog to relax children who are particularly anxious about undergoing dental treatment in his office. Also, with the baby boomer generation retiring and with people living longer, many of these will eventually move into assisted living facilities or long-term facilities, formerly known as nursing homes. More and more facilities now allow pets to stay with their owners, which helps relieve loneliness and also helps with social interaction with others living in these types of housing. And those who suffer from Alzheimer's, according to Lynette Hart, who's an associate professor at the University of California, Davis, she states that studies have shown that Alzheimer's patients have fewer anxious outbursts if there is an animal in the home. I was also reading a blog from the Dr. Oz show, which was from June 2012, which stated that if you don't have a pet in your home because you don't have room for one, or you can't afford one, or you just don't have time for one, you can consider volunteering at an animal shelter or a pet adoption fair. You can also volunteer to care for a friend or neighbor's pets while they're away, or maybe get a job in a veterinarian's office, or as a groomer or a vet assistant. This will allow you to still interact with some great animals and will possibly lead to you getting your own furry friend in the future. I hope you have enjoyed my discussion on the many benefits of owning a pet, and if you already own a pet, maybe you have formed a new appreciation for it. Thank you.